Good morning. Welcome to today's PaynePoints of Interest podcast, where we're going to be talking about the approaches to business, so stay tuned. All right, welcome everyone. Today, our PaynePoints of Interest is going to focus on finance. The second of our four approaches is the financial approach. This approach may seem like a straightforward mindset, but finances are not as intuitive as you would seem to think. Financially minded business owners tend to see everything from a cost versus benefit standpoint, and due to that, what we would see in business owners in this category excel in accounting, using reports to determine, say, the overall health of a business, and they focus more on increasing revenue and decreasing expenses. And this means the means by which they increase revenue or expenses isn't as important as they feel the accomplishment gained by increasing the bottom line. So, Mike, what would you say we've observed in this approach?
So, unlike those who are in the operational approach that we talked about yesterday, the folks in this category tend to be far more proactive as a general rule.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, it does kind of go hand in hand. I mean, there's probably some people out there listening to this going, duh, yeah, you know, financial. But again, it's not about them being in a financial business themselves. It's how they think about business. They think about business in terms of, you know, the financial aspects of the business. So this is not, being proactive is not negative or positive in itself. It does have its pros and cons. And it, just because you take a financial approach doesn't mean you can't be reactive either.
Right.
It's all very fluid. You know,
right.
Personalities, how people are influenced by a lot of factors. So
I mean, there's some people I know that don't fall into that. They're very reactive when it comes to money.
Exactly. So, however, it does mean that being proactive may be one of the reasons people fall into this category. Planning ahead comes more naturally, and in most cases, to the financially minded business owner.
I'd say another observation about those who fall into this approach is that they tend to be more risk adverse than risk tolerant, and this does factor heavily into their decision making. Mm-hmm. This comes naturally with this territory, I would imagine. Financially minded individuals will weigh the cost and the benefit of most decisions and do much more detailed analysis on the bigger investments. The benefit to doing something like this would provide a level of stability, but the cost of it could be difficult in moving forward quickly in this very fast-paced business world. So if you've ever wondered why banks seem to be slow for business than many others, this could be why.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've worked for banks and things like that, and it's 100% true that banks, as a rule, move slower for a lot of reasons. You know, you don't mess with people's money. That's like a huge thing, right?
Right.
So, but a third concept we've noticed in this financial type of approach is that those who are here, they lean towards preparedness than improvisation. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I personally feel there's a likely correlation between being proactive and being prepared versus reactive and improvising, you know. But in the case of the financial category,
I can see that.
It's our opinion that preparedness is a result of being proactive versus the other way around, mm-hmm. right? Simply by the fact that a person is proactive automatically means they're going to end up being more prepared than somebody who is, you know, improvising. They're going to have to be reactive by its very nature, right? So it's a weird kind of relationship there, and it's something that we've noticed between a variety of traits in business owners, this relationship between these different angles.
And don't get us wrong, we're not saying that this is all concrete. It is very fluid to the person. But as a general rule, these are kind of the overall specs of what you would call a financial approach to business, correct?
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, if you want more information on this type, give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. PaynePoints would be the search term. Come back tomorrow while we talk about maybe the organizational approach to business. So today, thanks for joining us on PaynePoints of Interest. We'll see you tomorrow.